Hi, it's Bella DeVeroFish.wordpress.com, and I just started making a video, and the Wi-Fi wasn't working, so I'm gonna do it again. So, um, about establishing your personality. Whenever people have Pluto issues, and then whenever people have, um, like that's part of what I'm gonna talk about a person. And then the other part of people is your sexual power and your energy, like Lilith and like the other indications in your birth chart, which whether you know you have a birth chart or not, it's in you anyway. But so whenever um you you have Pluto issues, and then you want people to I'm just trying to think of what I was saying before, sorry. But people want to get people to be part of their Pluto issues. Like if I want you to be part of mine, or if you want me to be part of yours. And then like whether your Pluto issues, like we all have Pluto issues on some certain level, like um a little bit or a lot, like different Pluto issues, like not just one thing to deal with, and not like you know there's so much to deal with, and so much in like personality disorders, and like tons of people have them and don't even like maybe or symptoms of it at least. That's the thing about, like, if you have symptoms and you haven't been diagnosed, or you wouldn't be diagnosed with it, but you know those are Pluto issues, or like anxiety or depression issues. The root of all those things, or bipolar, or whatever stuff like that you have to deal with. Um, like fear and like sadness, and like how you relate to people, whether you're mean or nice, like how mean you are. We're all mean, like to some certain extent. Like no one's perfectly nice, obviously. So those are Pluto issues. And whenever I've established my personality, or you've established your personality with me, and then I want you to be a part of my Pluto issues, or you want me to be part of your Pluto issues, and we've said no each other, or one or the other of us said no. The point of this video is you don't have to keep establishing your personality with the person, and you don't need to say, oh, well, I must be too fake to be around, so, obviously you shouldn't be around me, because that's a pathetic way to relate to people. Calling yourself fake and then saying that people shouldn't be around you. Whenever you've, like, said no to someone, or someone said no to you, and about Pluto issues or whatever, and they still have their own Pluto issues. Like, people don't, like, not have Pluto issues, just because they might not do this certain one or that certain one or another certain one, like no one's perfectly without Pluto issues, and no one needs to cut people off because you got the word said to you, or because I've gotten the word no said to me, or whatever. Like, you don't need to be that ridiculous and outrageous about Pluto issues. Like, and I hate when people call themselves fake. If you watch a bunch of my foundation videos about that subject, more than just one video that has a title in it, but you would learn how to relate to yourself better and how to love yourself better. And you don't need to call yourself fake, because because you have Pluto issues and because someone said no to you, like, like be an adult enough to like be around people still, and like if they say no to you about certain things, or like, like don't call yourself fake. Like, don't be that pathetic and call yourself fake and say people can't be around you because you have Pluto issues. That irritates the crap out of me. Like, it it does so bad. It's like, why do we need to say all that extra stuff about the word fake, and we shouldn't be around each other because we said the word no to each other? Like, I mean, it's really ridiculous. It's like, be a grown up enough to like relate to people still, like, that say no to you. Like, like, get to the root of problems and like accept who people are and aren't, and that we all have Pluto issues. Like, having Pluto issues is not cool, but it's acceptable because we all do. And we all need to accept each other and be there for each other so we all can heal. And we don't need to change and get better at stuff. We need to heal ourselves, or, you know, whatever has hurt us, like, is what we need to work on. Like, not what has, but like the fact that we are hurt. Like, heal your hurt feelings, and like your wanting people to take that away from you so you don't feel that way. Heal that, and then you won't need to change anything. Like, that changes you for the better. Like, if you heal that, you don't need to, like, act like you're gonna change so people can be around you. Like, that's not a good way of thinking. That makes it so you don't change them. But, do what I said, but healing. But besides that, like, about such things, like, whenever we say no to each other or whatever, like, you don't need to keep establishing your personality with someone. Like, that's not a thing. No one has to do that. Like, it's not necessary. Like, it's unnecessary. It doesn't help anything. Whenever you keep begging someone to pay attention to you and save you, and like, be a part of your Pluto crap because you don't want to heal yourself, whatever that happens to be, whatever Pluto issue that happens to be about, like, whenever someone says no to you, like, don't act like, no, I have to call myself fake because someone said no to me. And like, don't act like they have to, or you have to keep establishing a personality with someone that you've said no to, or that has a certain Pluto issue that you don't, maybe. Or if you healed that Pluto issue in you and you don't do that anymore, like, but they still do, like, don't act like you have to keep establishing your personality with them, and keep making sure they know that you're saying the word no about that, because you don't need to keep establishing your personality with people. Like, no human being on this planet has the need to do that for anyone. Like, we all can function without that happening. Like, life does happen that way. Like, no one needs to do that. Like, you need to accept the word no and still be around each other and respect each other, and quit having that such pathetic way of thinking that you're gonna change them if you keep bugging them. Like, it's so pathetic. It makes me like want to spit nails. Like, no one needs to establish their personality with you over and over again if they said no about one certain thing, or 10 certain Pluto issues, even if they, do or have done something or another. If you have something in common with people, I mean, like watching porn or whatever. Like I used to, but I don't now. I used to all the time, and I was so into that like I didn't get what it would be like to not do that. It's not healthy. That's all there is to it. I believe in being sexy and owning yourself and like having drinks and sex and all that stuff. And I've thought about smoking before and whatever, and all sorts of things. And I've been suicidal, and not that I am now, but I've had plenty of Pluto issues and do stuff that isn't Pluto issues, that is healthy, that you're allowed to do. And if someone sees that in me and sees the sexy, like the indicators in my birth chart, or if someone sees that about you, like they put that all together in their Pluto issues, or like I'm gonna manipulate her because whatever reason they think that, and I'm like, no, you're not. Like for real, you're actually not. Like I literally don't get manipulated into doing stuff I don't want to do. Like if I want to do something, that's one thing. But like when I've established who I am with you, like really get over it. Like you can't expect to stay in that kind of like mindset in your own low, pathetic Pluto issues and relate to people like they're gonna be a part of your Pluto issues when they've established who they are or aren't. Like just because I don't do one Pluto issue, but I do other Pluto issues, doesn't mean that I'm not cool or that you're cool because you do Pluto issues. Pluto issues aren't cool. They're just not. Being sexy is, like hanging out with people and having a good time is. And if it has to do with, you know, healthy sex, not disgusting crap, but or like having some drinks or whatever, or you know, even if you listen to rap music or whatever it is, like that's one thing. But like to be a part of your Pluto issues and then act like someone else is going to, that if they choose not to, like it because I see everyone on this planet that has such big Pluto issues relating to people in moments where like they don't, which is healthy. We all have that. Most people on this planet have that ability to relate to people in a normal, healthy way at times, without the Pluto issue. So, like, be that way. Like, even if you have Pluto issues, like, let someone know what your Pluto issues are, but like, don't act like they're gonna like be a part of your Pluto issues if they don't do crap. Don't act like it's healthy to be a part of Pluto issues. It's not healthy. It's not cool. It's just we all do have Pluto issues, not certain people, and not just certain people. Like I was saying, don't act like someone can't have 10 or 15 or whatever, 16 sexy indicators in their natal chart, and like own that power that they have, like don't make that a Pluto issue, like if you see me, see the sexiness in me or whatever, I have 10 of those. And whether you say it like that or not, it doesn't really matter how you word it, because if someone is sexy, they are. If they're not, they're not. Like it's in your birth chart, but it's in you though. Whenever you see me doing certain things, like or whenever my situation here, my Taurus North Node, which has to do with my own financial stability, whenever it's more stable, and I have, more of a chance to get out there and do more stuff like I have before, and have fun and go to a bar or whatever. Like, don't act like I'm going to be a part of your Pluto issues because you see me being a person and having a good time and dressing sexy. Like, I don't have to be a part of a certain Pluto issue to be myself, to own who I am, and to have my Aries Lilith, sexy power about me, and have the ability to scare you and have my Pluto issues too. Like, just because I have my Pluto issues doesn't mean I want to be a part of yours. Doesn't mean I want to share all of my Pluto issues with you and be a part of, like discussing crap. Which, like I said, I have been. It's not that I haven't. It's just that if I'm choosing not to be a part of your crap, then like accept that and like still be around me, like treat me like a person, respect me, like don't act like you have to like keep showing me your Pluto issues as if you haven't established that you have Pluto issues. Like I don't give a fuck if you do. Like we're all allowed to, but like I'm not gonna pay attention to your Pluto issues. No one has to do that for you or me or anyone else. As if I need to keep establishing that I get that you have Pluto issues. And I don't need to, or you don't need to keep establishing that you can say the word no to someone, or that you, even if you have Pluto issues, like you don't want to be a part of that Pluto issue right now or ever, or that other one or that other one, like no one has to keep establishing stuff with you. No one has to keep establishing stuff for any reason, or no one has to keep establishing that to be around you. Like, if you don't set a boundary with me, and like, or if I don't do that with you and say, we're not going to be around each other, like, I'm allowed to be around you without acknowledging that you keep establishing that you have Pluto issues, or, the other way around if I'm doing that, like, you don't have to keep being a jerk and keep establishing that you have Pluto issues, or you don't have to keep acting like you have to be stressed out or not stressed out, and keep establishing that you can have the ability to say the word no to people. Like no one has to establish any of those things over and over again. You just don't. You're allowed to do it once or twice or how many ever times you feel like doing that, but like you don't have to keep doing that. People get that about you without you keep establishing that, no matter which kind of thing it is about whatever that you're establishing with people. No one ever has to keep establishing anything with anyone like that. Like once it's established, it's established. That word means what it means. You don't keep establishing stuff. That's pathetic. Like really pathetic to keep doing that. And it really pisses me off that people act that way, like that people have to keep establishing the word no, or that they have Pluto issues, or whatever else, or no one has to keep establishing that they have sexy indicators in their birth chart, or no one has to keep establishing that they have Pluto issues and that they want to be accepted for that, or no one has to keep establishing that they do in fact go out and have drinks sometimes, like me, whatever I do, or that I'm going to get tattoos, whenever I have enough money, or whatever. No one needs to keep establishing who they are with people. People literally do get that about people, even though some people don't want to, you know, acknowledge that they get that about people. No matter which thing it is that people establish, good or bad things, it literally is such a basic topic to get, and it's such an important thing to, acknowledge, and it irritates the crap out of me when people relate to each other like that. It's like, why can't you just act like a grown up and accept that people are who they are, whatever that happens to be about, good and bad and everything else, like whatever I've just said that people establish, no one needs to do that. Like, human beings aren't that way. We're not made that way. Like, no one ever has had to keep establishing something. It's not something that needs to happen. Establishing it once was enough. Like it literally always is, no matter what. Like it, you never have the need to keep establishing something with someone unless there's some mental, like, health problem where they can't remember what you've said or something. In that case, I don't give a crap about health issues in for this subject. Like, I'm not saying I don't care about people, obviously, but I'm saying, like, that's not what this is about. You get what this is about. Whenever there's some legitimate reason, that's not what this is about at all. This is about the illegitimate reasons. Only about that. Never about legitimate reasons. Like, that's a whole different subject that isn't a part of my foundation. Never is gonna be. No one that's a part of such things going on, like in situations like that I've talked about in this video, what this video is about. You know, people I don't know what I'm saying. That's what this is about. People that keep, acting that way over and over again, and it's not legitimate. No one needs to do that. Like I said, it's not legitimate to do that. So people need to stop it, and people need to respect each other because it, it it's just ridiculous and unnecessary, and it is really actually just pathetic to do that and to relate to people like you can't be around each other. No one needs walls of any kind to protect them. Like, you're allowed to be around everyone and treat everyone like we're all the same because we all have Pluto issues and we all own who we are. Or if you don't, whatever, that's, a different subject. But, like, I'm saying that we all are our own person. Like, you don't control other people. I don't control you. I only control myself. You only control yourself. That's what I meant. Um, So anyway, that's all that this video is about, basically. So feel free to leave comments, and I like discussions, about these topics. If you know, I can really, get discussions going. That's what my foundation is for, and I love that because it gets people interacting with each other and getting thoughts, going through your mind about these subjects, and that's what my videos are for. So, feel free and leave comments, and, share my videos if you want, with people and let people know about, these topics if you watch them, if you're interested in them, or if anyone else would be. So anyway, thanks for watching.